Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Dork Souls Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Hector Navarro.
And I am Lisa Wallen. And today we have an awesome guest, Mr. Gus Johnson. We talk about Pokemon a lot.
Yeah.
We talk about physical media,
Yes.
which we usually always do. And we're going to all watch Jackass 3 in 3D at Hector's house one day. If you are watching this or listening to this already, thank you. You're doing great. If you're not subscribed to our Patreon, you should do that because we also have exclusive episodes on there. And to enjoy today's episode. Anyways, welcome to an episode of Dork Souls Podcast, first one of August.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. And we have a very, every guest is special.
I'm the best guest
But
you've
he
had.
is the most specialist guest.
Best guest so far.
Ever.
For sure.
Yeah.
Any
Fuck Steve
podcast.
Zaragoza, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
How dare that? You know what, though? It's way better to have it in this room than the last one because the lighting was awful and you look great. So,
Well, I got sunburned to shit. Look at this,
What?
dude.
Yeah.
Look, I'm like a lobster right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's-
Ow.
Where'd you go?
I was from Scandinavia and I went to the beach for too long. So I just got absolutely blitzed.
hell yeah. Well, let's welcome our lobster man today,
Hell
Gus
yeah.
Johnson.
Gus Johnson.
Yeah, I know you
Gus,
want to chit
you're
chat,
so,
but
you're so red in your chest. Were you wearing a mask at the beach?
No.
What happened?
You know what's so
Were
good?
you
I
wearing
had
a
some like
diver's helmet?
dude, I have military grade sunscreen and I got most of it, but I was
Oh.
like, I think the hair on the chest
what's
will probably
military grade sunscreen?
it was just like it's the kind of
SPF
Is it
8000.
bulletproof?
yeah, it is. Yeah. We tested it like Knoxville in the desert. I was like, nice
No,
and
I'm
easy.
genuinely curious. What is it like SPF 3000?
It was really high up, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think it was like Dollar Shave Club stuff, and they didn't even sponsor me, so I don't get money for that.
Wow.
That's all right.
Well, fuck
Well,
them.
you look great, dude. You look
Thanks.
fantastic. You don't look like you're sunburned or anything. Did you have a good time at the beach?
It was pretty good, yeah.
Okay.
We threw the ball around.
Wait, where were you?
Nice.
We're at the the
Yep.
Bull Beach, Malibu,
Malibu.
Matador. There it is.
Matador Beach?
Yeah,
Gus,
that's pretty good.
Where are you from originally?
Wisconsin.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
That's-
A little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
You know what's funny? I don't think I've only been to the beach once or twice the whole time I've lived
Dude, I've lived here 10 years. I've only been to the beach like twice. Like
Yeah.
I need to, like every time I'm driving around with my girlfriend Abby, we're always like, we should go to the beach. Everyone's like, we should go to the beach more. It makes you happy. You feel good. No, Gus is saying no,
Beach
don't
sucks
do it.
ass, dude.
Dude.
It's an hour to any beach pretty much wherever you live, and
And
then
it's
you gotta
traffic.
fight people and
For
Yeah.
parking.
Everyone's
and,
hot and young.
I know.
No
So
one's
you-
aging.
What did you go for?
My buddies were going there. Like, let's play spike ball and throw the football around and stuff. It was
That
easy.
sounds cool, dude. Were there like beers and, you know.
There are beers and stuff. I took a hit off a joint at the top of the day, and then I was just like the dumb
Sounds
thing was
great.
like there was a joint going around, so I smoked and I was like, oh, and then they're like, let's play spike ball, and I was like,
What? So what's spike ball?
That's not one where you bring that little circle net, and then you got that little squishy ball, and then it's basically volleyball circular. So
You just sounded like a new Nerf commercial I have not seen yet. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, like, you got to get spike ball. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Yeah. The
No.
kid turned into water. What is this?
no, it was way too much, dude. I got leaf greened, and then the ball. I felt like I was like in the RDJ Sherlock Holmes movies and stuff. Just like, holy shit,
I've
dude.
noticed
Slow-mo fighting.
We were
Yeah.
just at San Diego Comic-Con and Thursday night was like, let's go hard. You know, All American Rejects was playing at the
Yeah.
fandom party because they knew it was all millennials. And I had enough to drink. I'm usually pretty good with my drinks. I have like 6. I can be so drunk and the next day I'm fine. My hanger lasted until yesterday.
Oh Jesus!
I'm
Yeah.
definitely not in my early 30s
Dude.
or my 20s
Yeah.
at all. It's,
Oh
Have
my
you,
God.
Gus, have you ever been to San Diego Comic-Con?
no, never.
You will probably
How
at some
haven't
point
you?
go. No, well, because you're from
Oh
Wisconsin.
wait, I think I did. I did a
Wait.
Comedy Central shoot. I didn't go inside.
Okay,
I
but
was
you were in
stood
San
on the
Diego.
outside. Yeah,
It's chaos. It's chaotic.
it's nuts.
It's nuts.
I
Were you-
hated it.
the gas
Yeah.
lamp.
I did a man on the street bit where I was pretending that I dressed up in a suit, and then I went up to people and I was pretending that my uncle just died and his funeral was in like half an hour, and I was like, so I would just go up to strangers and I was like, hey, I'm sorry, nobody really liked my uncle, and some of the extended family's gonna be there. Could you sign this card and just pretend
That's a
to
good
be
bit.
one of his old like war buddies or something?
That's
So,
amazing.
Some people really
And
went
people
all
are
out.
in
They're like,
cosplays.
Dennis.
Dear Dennis.
you don't have to go that hard.
It's so fucked up. Yeah, it's definitely. I also ate 2 street hot dogs.
Oh, that's
Two.
roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Roll of the dice.
But I
Yeah.
love them.
They're pretty good in the moment.
I
but
went on
yeah.
a date once with a guy a couple years ago in Seattle. We were having a really good time.
Hot dog vendor guy?
And then I went to a hot dog vendor
With the guy?
after.
Oh.
And he was like, ew. I was like,
Oh,
what? I
what?
was like, what? Dude, this hits. And
Drop
he was
that
like,
guy.
that's
Yeah.
disgusting. Well, Seattle dog, they put cream cheese on them,
That's
but
incorrect.
they're
go
so
on.
good.
Dude,
they're still so
I'll
good.
try it.
Yeah.
I'll try it. I don't know if I'm going to like
I
it.
think hot dogs are versatile. I think you put
to
a
a
lot
degree,
of,
to
yeah.
a degree.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what's the hot dog culture like in Wisconsin?
Bratwurst all day.
Okay.
We're Polish, German, Swedish, and shit. So
Okay.
we got
Ooh.
like.
wow, you sound too proud of that.
Dude,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's good.
It's
Hey,
funny.
Lisa, can I say something? Lisa, Gus, please be proud of that side of German Polish.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No,
you,
I'll keep going.
no. Just the
I have
food.
a lot of
The
thoughts.
food. Get into it.
Dude, no, it's great. Well, it's funny because 11 hours ago I was on stream and we were looking at bratwursts like
Oh.
explicitly. I was like, "That's not
Wait,
brat."
what do they put on a Wisconsin one?
I mean, we're pretty milquetoast, honestly, but like we'll just do like a big fat pork brat, and then you got to
Ugh.
do sauerkraut. You got to do some chopped onions and mustard.
That
Stone
sounds
ground.
good.
Do you like a
Ooh.
Chicago dog?
I don't know if I've had a Chicago. I've had
They
Chicago.
put celery salt on them.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love it.
I fucked with
had-
it. We
I've
went
had-
to Portillo's.
Yeah.
Oh, in Chicago.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
went,
we went together, and then I got COVID and almost
That's
threw up.
why I turned to him. Oh, yeah. We
Oh. So you're Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Is where you grew up.
Yep.
Did you ever live in Chicago? Or do you
No.
feel like you are like a Chicago expert though? Because it sounds like you.
I don't
no?
know anything, dude. I'm from a town of 1,000 people in
Okay,
Wisconsin.
got it.
So
Okay,
I'm
got it,
like,
got
I
it,
know,
got it.
No, we
like
went to,
cows.
he came to Chicago with me to do Zanies last
Got it.
year.
Oh, that's.
And
That's
we
true,
were there
yeah.
for like 48 hours. And so we're got to get Portillo's. And I got the nastiest wet sandwich. Because they're like, you got to get the big thing in
ugh.
Chicago is the gravy on the sandwiches.
Oh,
And
yuck.
What's that? The big beefs is
yeah,
producer
the
Mark.
big
beef.
Italian beef. Don't get Portillo's. It's just a wet sandwich.
Well, was it delicious though? It's. I mean, like.
I
if
mean,
that's their,
no.
Okay.
It was not a good wet.
Did y'all do the deep dish pizza though?
No,
We did not.
I absolutely abhor that. I hate
Why?
deep dish pizza.
You like a thin.
Yeah,
flat-
bar pie, nice crispy crust, you know.
Okay.
I'm
some-
also not a dip.
Have you tried the deep dish though, or no? You
I've
just
had
want-
the quote unquote best of the best. I've had whatever the dumb one in Chicago is and stuff. I hate it's too much cheese. The proportions are wrong. The crust is like
Yeah.
crumbly and stuff. I'm
yeah,
like,
it is. It's a different. It's like a pie. It's like a different
Yeah.
experience.
I love a Papa John's.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
Everyone
pretty
says the
banging.
Valley has good pizza, and I was just like, cool.
yeah.
I'll
Producer
go to Papa
Mark-
John's.
Producer Mark says about the
It's
Chicago.
not pizza, it's casserole.
It's casserole. I
Yeah,
don't
that's-
disagree with that.
That's more
okay.
apt.
Okay.
All
right.
It's is a hot dog a sandwich argument.
I don't care
I don't
about
think
that.
I
Just
don't
don't like
I don't
it.
either.
I feel like that's a
stanky.
distraction. We should all be unified. It's just delicious.
But anyways, the hot dog in Seattle
Yeah.
is grilled onions, jalapenos, and cream cheese, and it's actually really fucking good.
I'll try
Damn.
it out.
yeah, and
But
I'm,
I do just love like a basic dog, ketchup, mustard. That's it. That's what I like.
You know
Yeah,
what's
child.
psychotic is I went with someone to get a street dog in
Uh-huh.
San Diego, and they just got, oh, can I just get the hot dog in the bun?
Well, yeah, they
It's like,
probably
dude,
didn't
you're
have.
in this far. Go.
Yeah.
But this was Thursday night.
No, this was actually the last Comic-Con I went to.
Oh, last year.
Yeah,
or
and
whatever
now
it was?
they're like
Okay.
they just got the bacon wrap hot dog, which is all greasy, and just a
Mm.
bun.
Ick.
So the sauce of the bun was just the street grease of the hot dog. I
Yes,
was
you're gonna
like,
make Gus throw up. You're gonna make him puke.
don't you
No.
dare do
Oh,
that
no.
on our podcast.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna hurl. Mark, come
That's
here.
the best. That's the best way to get through crowds, though.
Bring him the can.
My-
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like you're
that's
gonna
funny.
puke. Wait, really?
Just tell
That's so
people-
funny.
Just tell people you're gonna puke.
Mm.
I
Oh,
used to
God.
do that. I used to do that all the time in
Really?
like high school at concerts.
That's what you do to get out of a car. Like if you were getting in a car and then you realize like the driver was drinking or some shit, or they're
Yeah.
just like one of those idiot high school guys. They're like, I'm gonna turn. Like I had this guy named Ben. Oops. That was like, we're gonna
Oh, no,
drive
he
home
doxed
with
him.
the lights off the whole time.
Oh
and I was like,
God.
Nope.
no,
nope,
let me
no,
out.
no.
He's like, no, and I was like, I'm gonna blep. And he's like, get
He
out.
said I'm gonna blep.
Yeah,
That's
blep.
like that's what cats
The-
do. They stick their tongue out. That's a
Bleh.
blep.
Yeah, that is
That's-
what they call it. That's so funny.
My-
I'm gonna go.
My mom used to. My mom told me because my mom has had a rough life. She said on buses and trains and stuff, if a guy tries to talk to you, or creeps on you, you either start talking to yourself or you pretend you're gonna throw up, and they'll leave you
That's
alone.
great.
That's always good.
I gotta have that in my back
Yeah,
pocket.
and then you know what? Every time that's happened, I'd never done either one of those.
I know.
Yeah.
You
I just
forget.
scream out loud.
Well, to go back to like you
I
had
love
had.
the beginning of this conversation was just puking and hot dogs.
Let's stay on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I think the moral of the lesson is, Gus, if you do San Diego Comic-Con again and you're there for multiple days, you have to pace yourself. Lisa did the Street Dogs night 1
Yeah.
mistake.
That's rough, dude.
You got to do it
can't
like
do that anymore.
Saturday night
To
and then
be
leave
fair,
Sunday.
I had been traveling all month. I think that also building up
Oh,
the
yeah.
Comic-Con, I was exhausted. So I was like, I just need to go hard one night, and then hard one night
Ugh.
was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your gut biome's fucked at this
Yeah,
point.
I think
dude.
I punched something because look, my knuckles are all messed up too.
Jesus.
What the
Yeah.
hell? What?
I don't know what happened. I woke up
You
with
get into
bruises.
a fight?
I woke up with bruises and acne. It was,
I have a
I
Comic-Con.
didn't lose any friends. So
Did I?
that's good.
That's true. I mean, well, that you know of. You got to check everybody else's pictures. If somebody has a black eye, you go, I'm so sorry. I punched you in the eye.
You
Yeah.
probably just got a
realize.
free hot dog like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't pay for it.
$6 my ass.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? Lady, I don't know what to tell you. It's $6. Oh, okay. Here.
Take it.
Take it. Get out. Did I ever tell you my Comic-Con story of when I did like drink way too much
No.
and I blacked out?
No, but
And
I would
it's-
love to see blacked out Hector.
It's bad. It
you
was
probably
real
just
bad.
talk about Marvel.
No, I don't know what
No.
this is what I wish. This is what happened. I was in my 20s because this was a job that I was working at in LA and went down there and had to do some work. But at night, it's everybody's partying. I met up with somebody that I knew from LA, and they were like a comedian / they did real estate. And they're like, my
Ugh.
real estate boss is here,
Ugh.
and she's a millionaire,
Yeah.
and she's taking us to a bar. Come with, and she's gonna buy us all drinks. And I'm like 25, and I've never gotten hammer drunk.
You know
ever.
what I love about that sentence is they
no.
could have just been like, come to this bar, we're gonna pay for all the drinks.
Yeah, but
I love it when people add unnecessary lore.
This is not specifically. My poor ass was like, "Oh, dude, this rich lady's like buying everybody shots.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink this lady under the table." Was my thinking. I was like, "I'm going to take advantage of this because I normally don't ever can't afford it."
Fuck rich people.
I got so fucked up so fast with just
You
like
bought a
couple of
house.
shots. Anyway, I got a place in Malibu. It was great, right by the beach. Very
Damn,
broke. No, but I got so fucked up. I started like dancing. I was dancing. I went to the bathroom to pee, and then at one point, I don't know how it happened, I ended up outside. I don't know if me took myself outside or like if a bouncer picked me up and took me outside.
Yeah.
I puked on my shoes, and I had cool Duffs, and I was so pissed that I ruined these Duff shoes that I had. And I remember puking.
How
and
long ago was this?
I said I was 25 years old.
25.
I'm 37 now.
Yeah.
So 12 years ago.
You're a baby.
Sure. But I get, but this is the problem is that like I had never had this happen in my teens. I feel like most people will kind of hit their limit when they're like, figuring out how to drink, and they start to, because I didn't know what I was feeling. That's how messed up I got.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because I had been like, drinking and maybe a little drunk, a little buzz. This was like, I was like, where you just get so messed up drunk. And what ended up happening was
Happens often.
I'm puking on my shoe in the street. I remember, because I'm like blacking in and out, a person walking by and a woman went, "Oh no," looking at me. And I looked up like, "I'm sorry, I'm embarrassed. It's okay." And I was like doing this, and I'm like, "I'm fine." But I felt so bad. Just and then I was like, I got to get to my car. I parked up in the San Diego hills, where I knew it was free parking because I grew up in San Diego.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll go up here. And as I was like walking for 45 minutes or whatever, kind of eventually getting to my car, stumbling to my car, it's midnight, it's 1 a.m. or something. I passed out in a bush.
Oh.
Nice.
I woke up
That's
at
where
like,
you live now.
I woke up at like 5 a.m, like still had my keys, my wallet on, everything was on me. Nothing happened to me. Stumbled to my car, like drove to my mom's house, and she made me soup. And it was awful.
The soup or the night.
The experience. The soup was probably the best part of the whole thing. But I was like, I've never been that drunk since, because you kind of know, you start to know like what you feel like. So
yeah.
Don't do that shit if you're going to go to San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, icko, dude. That's
Okay,
not
cool.
good, dude. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Well, I was that on Friday, but I did not puke. I just ate 2 hot dogs, and now I have acne. So there you go.
That sounds great. That
Yeah.
sounds great.
But it was really funny though, because Friday was my panel. It was very fun, but I was still hungover during my panel. So
Yeah.
all the photos of me, you can see my eyes are just glossed over, and I'm also a little sad because I'm missing out on other things while I'm having this panel.
Mhm.
It was a great experience,
Yeah.
actually.
You just take questions. You're like,
I-
next question.
I was gonna say, 'cause,
Shut up.
like, the thing about Gus is a big nerd.
Next
but you're-
question. Too loud. Stop.
Yeah,
Gus,
yeah.
Gus is a big nerd, but you're not really known to be a nerd. You're just a funny guy.
I look like the asshole that beats up the nerds.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Ask for their lunch money.
You
Yeah.
look like
No.
the guy that goes to the beach to throw around spike ball or
That's
whatever
me,
the fuck.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm spiking that beach.
But you do a lot of like dorky stuff though, because you have the Skyrim, your Skyrim reels.
Yeah, I made a Skyrim room too. That's what I stream out of. So it's like we got that peel and stick wallpaper and stuff, so it looks like a dungeon. And I have like a pseudo
his
outside
place is
fountain
too
area.
cool.
Yeah, you should come see it. It's
He
really
also
fun.
has a Simpsons arcade game.
I do.
That one, you have your vibrate still on?
What
Yeah,
the hell?
I'm so sorry.
Who's
Listen, my
possibly
mom
calling
thinks
you
I'm
right now?
dead,
That's
so it's
crazy.
okay.
That
That's
said
crazy.
hot dog vendor on the caller ID. I'm not.
Yeah, dude, what the heck?
He's
Wait a
like,
minute.
"Come
How
back
long
to
were you
me,
there?
Are
my
you still
love."
seeing that guy from Seattle? Wait a minute. Come back to me, my love.
No.
You're putting my kids through college. You were so drunk. You gave me your number. For some reason.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
in
him
San Diego.
pregnant. That's how drunk I was.
Wait, Gus, is the Simpsons arcade your favorite arcade?
No, but I
Okay.
want Big Buck Hunter or Golden Tee big time. It's just the arcade.
You look like
one-up
you'd
crap.
want Big Bug Card.
Yeah, I look like I live in Big Buck Hunter, dude.
Yeah, you look like you'd have NFL Blitz.
Yeah.
and,
No,
and Buck Hunter.
Your
Exactly.
your place is one of the coolest male living spaces.
Thank you. I'm really riding the line of that heterosexual bachelor vibe, but also somewhat functional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
'cause
really
I
got
cook.
like cool uncle vibe.
You cook?
Yeah, I cook like
Oh,
crazy.
nice.
You got cool uncle vibe because you have all like the weird shit on your walls.
Yeah.
It looks like an Applebee's.
It does. It looks like an
It's got a little
Applebee's.
Applebee's vibes to it.
That's cool. Very
true.
hetero, but
If-
that's cool.
if-
And I only cook the cheese stick dippers that everyone pulls on TikTok.
He makes
Okay.
the but yeah, you have your little Skyrim room and you have your Simpsons arcade game, but then you also did the Super Mario Sunshine reel, which is I've had like 17 people send this to me.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I'm sure that I have, but I didn't play Super Mario Sunshine as much as other
What?
Marios. I only did like the Delfino Plaza a little bit, and then that's it.
That game's hard as fuck.
That's
That
really
is.
hard.
I actually
It
never
is.
beat it.
No, me and my brother are chipping away at it on GameCube. We got like 80
Wow.
shine sprites, but it sucks ass to 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like I could be better at now. But even when I replay games from when I was younger, because I replayed Ocarina
Yeah,
of Time,
sure.
all I think about is how the fuck did I beat this game when I was
Dude,
8 years old?
No clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well, we had time and no jobs. And I also
How was I smarter back then?
I was also a kid. Well, it was pre-internet for a lot of those older. We're dating ourselves like N64 stuff. Internet was around when GameCube was out,
Yeah.
but I was also fine with looking at a strategy guide, dude. I
Yeah.
looked at strategy guides for like certain temples in Ocarina of Time. If I didn't get the info from my
Do
friend.
they even make
Yeah.
strategy guys anymore?
Yes, they do. Sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I know.
I have a Breath of the Wild strategy
Yeah, I
guide.
was gonna say I have the
It's
Breath of the Wild one, the
huge.
Dark Horse one,
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
damn.
they did a big book that's like this fucking big, dude. It's
Oh, that's
awesome.
They tell you
cool.
where every 900
Yep.
or Korok is.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. I love
Which-
that stuff.
Which
yeah.
they did never need to add. To add 400 in the game, it would have been fine.
When I was a kid, one of my dream jobs was like, I want to grow up and write strategy guides for games. How fun. It's probably miserable, dude. I would not want to do that now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure whoever's doing it, they're underpaid
I
and
had
overworked.
I have some. I know
Can you
someone who
imagine?
does that for.
Yeah.
Who used to do that for GameSpot. Used to
Oof,
write the
rough,
guides,
dude,
and
rough.
she worked on.
Thankless job.
Yeah, she worked on Elden Ring, and it's usually a bunch of people that do it, but she was like, the amount of detail I have to write down, like every 2 seconds when I walk something, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
It's crazy.
I also
yeah.
am just kind
Ruin
of
games.
I don't know if you're like this, but I'm really stubborn in games now where I don't look anything up.
Yeah, I want to earn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except, dude, honestly, I'm chiseling away at 2 old games right now,
Yeah.
and I'm playing Pokemon Fire Red on a Game Boy Advance.
One of my
Uh-oh.
favorites. One of my
I
favorites.
honestly, no joke. I'm 30. I just turned 30 a month ago, and my first.
Okay, flex.
I know. Sorry, little baby Johnson. I literally never played a Pokemon game until 5 months ago. I didn't ever play.
Was Fire Red your first one?
Leaf Green was, so I played that on stream.
Perfect first one to start with, dude.
That's what, yeah. My chat
Perfect.
voted. They're like, you should do Leaf Green
Yep.
and then Soul Silver next.
So
Yep.
two of
And-
the greatest games of all time.
Yeah,
And they're the remakes of the first and second generation. That's what's great about them.
That's what they
awesome.
told
Wait, so
me.
you were like a natural Pokemon fan before that?
I got into Pokemon like every other internet asshole in COVID, where they're like, you should buy these cards,
Yeah,
and it
for sure.
wrecked the hobby.
Oh,
Sorry.
It did. It's so sad.
It sucks now, dude.
Have you
Sorry,
seen
but
the-
that's how I could afford my Simpsons
How
arcade.
people,
So.
yeah, how people are at Costco and they're just buying all the cards. I feel
Yeah.
bad for children.
It's really bad. You know what? The latest thing that I'm really locked into, because I still do open cards, but now I
Okay.
have 5.5 years worth of like cards that are worth between 50 cents to like $20 that I don't want. So what I've
Sure.
been doing is I've been going to a local card store in Burbank, and my friend that works there gives me 80% credit on trades. So I will get rid of the old shit, and it
Great.
goes into binders that people buy,
Great.
and I'll get my sealed product there. But what have you guys seen those Pokemon vending machines that are around town and stuff? Though?
Yeah.
They're in some grocery stores and stuff. They're
They
big
just
lit
have
up.
cards in there.
Yeah, and they're from the
Yeah.
Pokemon company, so they're retail price. So
There's
of course
also a real Pokemon there. You have to find it.
there is. There's an Eevee, and it kissed me.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
It
amazing.
smells like shit.
What are you gonna evolve it into?
I'm gonna
What
keep
stone?
it the same. I'm not gonna change
Keep
it.
it the same.
That's
Oh,
fucked
boo.
if you date a Eevee and try to change it, dude. That ain't me.
Flareon.
Yeah.
Hey,
But they
Vaporeon.
got these damn machines, and that's like, flies on shit for the scalpers because it's
Yeah.
retail price stuff.
Yeah, so they just buy it out.
Yeah,
I
and the
even-
problem, like the Pokemon company went in and they added like this artificial kind of like way to trickle product out where it says sold out on all the products and stuff, but it will
Oh.
incrementally release a product every 30 minutes or so. So it'll be like, here's a booster bundle and stuff. But they
Wait. So like the vending machine says sold out, but there's product in there.
it's product in there. Yeah.
And it's like you just have to wait for it to go. Not sold out. You can get one now.
yeah, exactly.
Wow.
But the scalpers, the thing is, for months they keep. What will happen is the company that makes the big touchscreen vending machines will like release the latest update because they used to have no sold out stuff. And excuse me, I burped, and you're gonna keep that in.
Yeah.
The company used to just like you could just dump the whole machine if you had a few $1,000s if
Sure.
you want it, and it's at
Sure.
retail price. So it's
Sure.
just like some of these products. I personally, I'm not just kissing ass. I've never flipped sealed product. I open my stuff. Like I don't scalp that shit, dude.
Yeah. You
I
open your
have-
toys. You play with your video games.
I
do
do
you
it.
still
You're a
have
good
your
dude.
Pokemon cards?
I never got Pokemon. I never got
have
into Pokemon
every
cards.
Pokemon card I've owned since 1997.
Really?
And,
Lisa.
and
Lisa, you're a millionaire.
I had somebody go through and was like, "Girl, there's some in here that are worth some
Bro.
money."
Yeah, and you should
I-
dump them now. The
yeah.
market's hot.
I
Yeah.
know, and I have a bunch. I'm like, listen, I could use some extra money, but I have so many. I'll have to like
Yeah.
actually. I should have brought them. Actually,
Lisa.
As
But-
long as the person that appraises them is not the person you sell to, then you'll
Yes.
probably get the best bang
Yes.
for your buck, dude.
maybe I'll have you come with me.
I will do it, and you are not allowed to
Because-
sell me any of
because
them.
Oh,
my
that's
my
awesome.
because
Yeah.
my problem is that I have like 10 of one card, or except for like all
Good.
my
That's good.
holographics. I have some of the first edition cards from like
Lisa,
Really?
the holographics,
the holographics.
first edition.
My first card I ever got, I still have it, is a first edition holographic Mod Shop.
Oh yeah, all of those are
Yeah.
first edition though.
Yeah,
Oh.
Machamp.
Do you have a Charizard?
Not a first edition, unfortunately, but I do have a
Still good, though.
holographic. I have the two ancient Mewtwo cards from when I saw the movie.
Those
I
are
still
good.
have those.
Oh, when they gave them to kids that went to
I
go
have
see
two-
Pokemon
I
the
have-
first movie.
Yeah, I have two of them, and I also have the 3 legendary dogs that they give you. You got one. I got all 3 of them from seeing Pokemon the 3rd movie.
Nice. Was that Raikou,
Yeah.
Entei, Airbud? I don't know.
Airbud, yeah.
What's the
Wow.
last guy?
Raikou,
Beethoven?
Shintaro.
Shintaro.
Gus is only in the first 2 generations of Pokemon. That's further.
Yeah,
So
and I
I
haven't
have-
seen any of the movies or the
Yeah.
shows at all.
Yeah,
and
I-
I can't play the card game.
I collected them pretty heavily for the first 3 generations.
Really?
And then after that, I
Wow.
just simply had to get a job and didn't have money.
I know.
But I still have like my old Sailor Moon cards.
Dude, sell
my old
that shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I also am just like,
Bro,
but
you know how
they're
you're looking
mine.
for a roommate? You might not need to if you sell.
I
Yeah,
know.
Machamp is your
I
roommate
have
now.
I have a trainer card where it's like Misty in the water and she's holding Starmie.
Oh,
And
that's worth a lot
and
because it's
she's-
banned because her dumb boobs are in
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah.
have that
God, her
card.
boobs ruined it.
No, like they're like, yo, dog, that's illegal adjacent.
Yes, it is.
This be a child.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
and I
Yep.
have that card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
that's did we hear that?
Yeah.
Did you
Come
guys?
on in.
You probably don't remember, Gus, because you were like 3 years old. But the controversy that was happening when those Pokemon cards are first coming out, there's a Pokemon card that has a swastika on it
What?
because the swastika is a reverse of like a Japanese symbol for peace.
Yeah, the
Oh,
so
yeah.
the Japanese card has that in the art, and American parents clearly, obviously, for obvious
Yeah.
reasons, freaked out. And it's like, what are we doing? This is horrifying. And it was immediately banned. And that card, I don't know if it's probably worth a lot. The
Yeah.
Japanese card, whatever it is. It's like how there's the episode of Pokemon that was banned because it caused
The
epileptic seizures.
Porygon
the
episode.
Porygon episode that had flashing lights.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
and then they
it's actually-
spoofed it on The Simpsons and South Park and everything. Like,
oh
crazy.
wild.
when
I
they
didn't
made
know
fun of
that.
The Simpsons was so funny.
it was.
Did you watch the younger sisters? I still want to talk about Pokemon, but were you a big Simpsons fan? 'Cause you
I
had-
adore The Simpsons.
Okay,
Wow,
good.
great.
We'll get
Because
to
we were
that.
afraid
in a
you'd been born in the mid-90s that you had missed like the golden era.
No,
but
dude,
they
I'm in.
reran that shit until
But you
forever.
also were a town of 7 people, so that's
That's
all they
true.
could watch was old Simpsons.
Yeah,
That's
we
all
got
that was-
Wi-Fi yesterday.
That's all that was available.
Yeah.
Wait, so were you a fan of Pokemon before the cards, though? Would you watch the
Not
TV
at all.
show?
I didn't do anything. I
Okay.
didn't know anything about it.
I have a question. You said you're playing Fire Red right now,
yeah.
and you said you and your brother are playing it.
So I'm playing Fire Red. Like we've been passively
He's
chipping
playing
away.
Leaf Green and they're battling.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
could trade.
I do the
That's so
arrows
sick.
and he does AB.
Oh, no.
No, but I'm playing Fire Red every day. I start the day and I drink a Celsius in the backyard and I play an hour of Fire Red on my Game Boy.
You
That actually
somehow
sounds
made that sound so Wisconsin.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm just on there.
Super Wisconsin, super hetero. Again, you're just like, I crack open a Celsius and
I
play
gotta do
Pokemon.
it. I gotta do it. But I do that every day, and then like we've been slowly chipping away at Super Mario Sunshine, but it sucks. But we've been really playing Simpsons Hit and Run on PS2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is nuts.
I love that you're playing these all how they're supposed to be played.
I'm playing it on a CRT TV that I found on the road.
Wow.
Nice.
Yup.
Are you
Wow.
playing Fire Red on a Game Boy Advance?
Game Boy Advance SP.
See, I played it on
Wow.
the DS with the
Pink.
Game Boy Advance slot.
Does it have the light, or do you have to hold it up to the sun at a certain
It's got a
angle?
good backlight.
Okay,
In
good.
fact, I can't tell for sure. I got it off of eBay, but I
Yeah.
think it might be a
Modified?
replacement, just the screen.
Yeah,
because
for
it's
sure.
pretty damn bright. And
Yeah,
I'm like, this is
yeah.
great. I can play it outside, no problem. I can see
That's
everything.
amazing.
But honestly, the crazy shit is like, I know AI is horrible as hell. The only application that I use AI for is like when you're playing Fire Red, ChatGPT is like your best friend
Because
ever.
you're like, where do I go here?
Yeah, because also
Yeah,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
played it before. I don't know
Yep.
anything, and I'm like, what the hell is a max repel or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
You know?
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then ChatGPT will be like, this is what it is.
And it's really funny too because like first of all I look like me and I'm sitting in my yard and I'm 30 and I'm asking questions about a children's game from
Yeah.
20 years ago
Uh-huh.
and I'm talking to the Chat GPT voice that sounds like a really just sexy, helpful, has her shit together woman, and I'm just like, I can't find Mount Ember. Where is that? She's like, oh, it sounds like you're a little stuck.
Well,
Thank
also,
you.
what's so funny? So because you started playing those games when they came out, we were like kids.
Yes.
And when we were kids, there was no strategy. I was just like, why would I ever use any of like these defensive moves or
Yeah,
any of the moves that would
right.
buff my party?
Yeah.
No, I was straight up like, I'm
Kill.
going to use Hyper Beam every single fucking time. And then I use the item that gives me her Hyper Beam. Like, I just played that game like an asshole.
Yeah.
And I was so good at it. And then finally, when Pokemon Diamond came out,
That's when it started to be.
that's when it was like, bitch, you need a fucking strategy. And I
Yep.
was like, and I literally had to learn.
Min-max.
I had to literally learn how to play turn-based games when that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Even with the original Pokemon, Red and Blue and Yellow on like the Game Boy, or Fire Red and Leaf Green remake, everything that Lisa's describing, like there's two levels, right? You can play it surface level, where it's just basically button mashing, where like your starter Pokemon's going to be the most powerful. Your Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, whatever move it learns, Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam, Hyper Beam.
Charizard was the
You know,
best.
Charizard's the best. Or you catch like an Abra and then evolve into a Kadabra, you're done, dude. That
Yeah.
sucker's gonna Psybeam anything. You're gonna get all the way to the end, beat Gary, you're good to go. But then there were people that would play like to the level of, oh, I caught this Weedle, but it's not the best Weedle because it doesn't have the high special defense stat. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Weedle. What do you mean? Like,
I remember
no,
I
well,
died to a Kakuna because I
Crazy.
ran out of all my I had
Moves.
nothing but like the big moves because I was
Yeah.
fucking 9 years old. I was just like, I just need power.
and a
And this
Kakuna's like poison sting.
This
You're like,
Kakuna's
I
at
can't-
level 50.
I'm out of PP. I don't know how to do anything.
And everything I hit was just not giving him any damage because he's a fucking
Damn.
cocoon. And then he would just keep hitting me and then I'd die.
Dude, I crashed out as a kid on Pokemon. I really did. I freaked out. But then I also did get the strategy guide. And let me tell you something else. The original Pokemon game strategy guide was awesome because at the very back, it had a little teeny sticker for every Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
Coolest thing you could show a kid.
Yeah.
Coolest thing in the world, dude.
Yeah,
is pretty good.
But
Yeah.
but now when I play turn-based games, I'm like, okay, now that I know how to play as an
Yeah.
adult with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fully developed
It's
brain,
different.
I want to go back and play Soul Silver
Yeah.
Yeah.
and go
it's
back
fun.
and play because that's my favorite one.
You're enjoying Fire Red. Did you like beat Leaf Green?
I beat Leaf Green,
Okay.
and actually yesterday in Fire Red I beat the Elite Four, and
Dude.
so it took about 44 hours. It's pretty good. Now I'm just like dicking around on those like islands and
Yeah.
stuff. I'm going for the
I'm gonna
birds.
ask, what's your team? What's your build?
My build on Fire Red was the boys I took to the Final Four was I picked Charmander, so I had a Charizard, I had a Raichu, I had
Solid.
Alakablam or
Yeah,
whatever the
Kadabra or Alakazam.
Alakazam.
Did you have to trade to get
Yes, you
Alakazam?
did.
I didn't have to, and
What?
honestly, the fuck thing is I'm on a repro cart, so it didn't do the final evolution. So it's a
It's a Kadabra.
Kadabra. It's that.
a Kadabra.
It's a Kadabra.
It's a Kadabra.
Okay.
And this time, I tried to change a couple things so it wasn't perfectly optimal based on my Leaf Green one. So I went with Lapras as opposed to like a Gyarados this time. Also, when I played Leaf Green, I got a fully natural, no like shiny. I got a shiny red Gyarados
Whoa.
too. Totally no weird shit. But I had Lapras, and then I had Graveler and some other asshole. I don't know, Gloom or something, which was not smart. But I was like, yeah,
So you just
no.
had one of each element, basically.
Yeah,
Basically,
solid.
yeah.
You need it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely I tapped out in Diamond because I couldn't. I beat the Elite Four, but I couldn't beat that fucking
That
how
final-
there's like
yeah.
that final special
Yeah.
characters just chilling in a cave.
Because you got to go and what's the word? You have to go and grind. You have to go and like build
Yeah.
up your team to get.
Yeah,
I guess they all got to be level 70 or whatever. It's
I
kind of annoying.
I think at
Mhm.
some point, maybe this year on stream, I'll replay one of them because now you can
Oh,
play them
yeah.
on Switch, right?
yeah, I think,
Think so, yeah.
I don't know.
think
Fucking,
so.
I don't
I just
fucking
work
know.
here.
So
Do you, Gus? Have you heard of the Analog Pocket?
No, is that one of those like Chinese knockoff like ones that have 10 trillion games?
No. Better and worse than that at the
Really?
same time. This is a device that I'm such a dork about this. Anthony Carboni has it as well. And he got it before me and I was asking him a million questions and he was like annoyed. He's like, yeah, man, it's cool. Like stop talking. And I was like, what about this and this and this? I ordered this thing during the pandemic and it showed up like a year or two later. It is a like super spiffy Game Boy, super amazing screen, all like HD high def. You can play Game Boy Advance, you can play Game Boy,
Yeah.
and then it has adapters you can plug in. You can play Sega Game Gear.
Oh,
Basically,
wow.
it's like a handheld. You can play all the old handheld
Can you
little
play PSP?
games in one thing. No, you need a PSP to play
No.
PSP games, but it's super sick. And they made a dock that you can hook it up to your TV. And then like just connect it to like a Switch controller or whatever and just play it. And it's all HD. But it's still like the original game. And I think it plays repro carts as well. It's not gonna like
Nice.
cut that out or whatever. But that shit is dope. And it's the only way I like to play some of that old stuff now, other than the original SP. But some of those old, if you ever try to get back into like original Game Boy,
Yeah.
impossible to play on an old
Oh
game.
yeah,
You know
I
what I mean?
have
Like,
the old brick
dude,
one.
don't. It's hard.
That's
It's
why
too
I got a
tough.
Yeah.
Nintendo DS, 3DS, and a Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, those
and
are
the
good, solid.
And the DS was so great because it has the Game Boy Advance slot in there.
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
were you a Nintendo person?
I didn't really have a lot of stuff growing up. My first console was a PS3.
Yeah, you
I
had like a
wanted one of
rock
those stacker
and then a
machines.
ball in a cup. That's what you
Wow.
had.
Yeah, I
going.
had ball in a cup, and we didn't have the ball for the first 2 years. So we're like, something's going in here. I don't know what the
String in a cup was hard, dude. You
Yeah.
gotta really.
Like,
It is cool to see. We've talked about this before because I was a big Pokemon fan until Generation, I think 6. Once they stopped getting rid of the regular formula, where it's like the side scrolling, and then
Mhm.
they're like, we're gonna do like a whole 3D thing.
Yeah,
where
when it's
it's
a
like,
little more
I
better
was like-
graphics, a little bit.
Yeah, but but I liked the formula.
I know.
think that works for like Zelda, but because in Pokemon it's like randomized encounters, it doesn't really work that well.
Yeah.
Like there's no fun suspense to it when you're playing Sword and Shield because you'll just go into a bush.
And you'll see the thing move. You're like,
Yeah,
well, there's a Pokemon right there.
Yeah.
yeah, and
Avoid
so
that. Yeah.
and so for me, it's like once that started switching over, I stopped caring. But also, there's just too many fucking Pokemon. That's also just
There are several.
yeah, and they can just stop making so many damn Pokemon.
What is your I mean, it feels like you're getting more into gaming, especially the past 5
Yeah.
or so years, and like the older shit, the shit that you didn't kind of miss when you were growing up. I'm getting some of that too with some of the consoles and systems I didn't ever really touch. I
Yeah.
was not like a Sega kid, so I'm trying to get more into some of that stuff. What do you have anything on your list that you're like, I want to get into this?
Well, the big thing that I've really been doing is like, because Lisa's been to my place and we've got CRT TVs, a
That's
lot of
cool,
them.
dude.
So, and right now, like shockingly, especially in LA, like you can't really find a good CRT TV for under $100. Like
Yep.
they're really like trendy and stuff. So I've got 2 of them. I got really lucky and I got 2 at a thrift store and 1 I just found, which was nuts.
And it worked.
I found it a couple weeks ago and it's a Sylvania and it's like a 24-inch and it's got a DVD player built into it.
Oh my god.
And like a headphone slot and stuff too. So, but like what I do is whenever we'll have parties at my house and stuff, I will put like a different movie on each CRT. So there's a little screen in every room. And the big grails that I'm going for right now are not actually video game specific. I'm looking for like, I'm trying to complete all the Jackass physical media. So I have all
He's
of
doing
the
a
DVDs.
Jackass speed run right now.
I'm
Amazing,
speedrunning
amazing.
Jackass. So I got like, and people from my Twitch community have been helping me out. I just got like Wild Boys and some of the Steve-O one-off
Did you
like
not
DVDs.
watch Jackass growing up?
No, I didn't see Jackass till I was in like the end of high school. I was like, this is really cool. So
It's
collecting
hysterical
them.
and fucked up.
I have
and
friends that have permanent
Yeah.
scars from trying to do Jackass stuff
That's
in real
so
life
funny.
Oh,
in junior
yeah?
high.
That's so funny.
That's so funny. Yeah, I really do love that all the like retro stuff is getting popular.
I think
But at
so too.
the
I think
same
people are
time-
turning on streaming. They're like,
but at the same
this
time,
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I also don't like that you can't buy any physical old games unless they're like over $100 now.
Oh, yeah.
I have
I know.
2 copies. I'm gonna just keep. People are gonna find out where I live if I keep
And-
admitting what I
and
have.
Break into your maybe
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Maybe don't.
Well, anyways, I have 2 copies of Super Smash Bros. Melee on GameCube.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Because about 10 years ago, when I first started moving out with my parents, I still had my old one. But then my friend was like, dude, I don't want any of these GameCube or any of my stuff because I'm moving out of state. So he just gave me all of his old N64 games.
Awesome.
He gave me all of his old GameCube games. He even I have 2 N64s. I think I sold one of them finally.
Okay.
But I had like 10 controllers and I just kept them in a box. And when I was moving to LA and I was getting rid of stuff, my friend came over and he goes, dude, these N64 controllers are the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them have like really loose sticks.
Yeah.
But since mine had not been touched for like 20 years, they were like in great shape. So someone traded me shrooms for an N64 controller.
They better have been the best
the best fucking shrooms I ever had in my life, dog.
God.
And then I also just kept selling them. And like I would see online that people were selling one controller for $40.
Yep.
And I would just sell it for $30. And then I ended up selling a bunch, and now I still have like 5 or 6 controllers.
Good.
Yeah, good.
I still have a
Look
couple.
at you.
I still have a couple.
I get really sad when people. That's why I'm like, I just want to hold on to my Pokemon cards because I'm like,
I get it, but sell that shit. Like Gus said, it's hot right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sell.
Definite off ramp currently.
So I also have my old Pokemon VHSs.
Dude,
Oh, those are fun,
are you guys getting into VHS as well or no?
Well, I got a ton of VHSs.
God,
Well,
that's so
one of the
cool.
TVs has the VHS built in. I love it, dude. That's the one I keep in the corner of the kitchen. So if
Yeah.
I'm making some gochujang soup, I'm just like,
Gochujang.
Little Mermaid
did
is
you
on.
also know he's Korean?
I'm Korean as hell.
Dude, that is amazing.
What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
Have you started watching the Pokemon anime? Like the
No,
original?
No, I
said
hate
no.
anime. I fucking hate anime so much, dude.
Sorry.
I don't know one thing about anime.
I get
the
the
Pokemon
sarcasm.
cartoon.
I get
Oh, okay.
it. They played it in the US at
It
6 in the morning.
It is funny how it is an anime, but people are like, it's a cartoon. Like, it's an anime.
Yes,
it was
it
a
is.
4 kids dubbed anime.
I want to like not grill Gus, but like if he's collecting DVD and VHS, I'm glad you brought up Pokemon because I'm like, that's a must have.
I have the
get some of
Indigo.
those.
I have all the Indigo League
on
DVDs.
VHS or
Damn.
DVDs, just as good.
Yeah, the VHS ones, I only have a few because it was just like the DVD has, I have all
Yeah.
86 episodes
Yeah.
on the
Dude,
3
it's sick.
packs. And then
And-
I have the Johto Journeys.
And you
as
got to
well.
get Pokemon the first movie. You got to get that on DVD or VHS.
I don't think you know who you're talking to.
I mean, I'm saying to Gus, you got to get that. If
I
you
I
don't
won't watch
have
it
it.
a second, but it'll look good on the shelf.
Oh, fine.
Wait, you
Oh.
haven't seen it?
I haven't seen
Pokemon-
any Pokemon. Anything.
That's what he said earlier, Lisa.
I hate it. I don't
Yeah.
want to watch that.
Gus.
The cards are great though.
Gus, you have to. I mean, when
He's
you
like,
No,
he's
don't.
mess-
It's so loud. That's
he's-
the oldest man thing ever. People put on anime like it's
Gus,
entirely too loud in here.
He's messing with
Nobody
you.
would express to that extent.
I know, but when you're talking about
Too
the
expressive.
when you're
Everyone's
talking about
yelling.
the Eevee thing, you remind me of the Eevee episode
Oh yeah.
and the original. Pokemon.
He has no frame of reference. He doesn't know what you're talking about.
I know. You're gonna watch it though.
No.
There's also a banned episode of Pokemon in the US where Jesse and James, they're the Team Rocket characters. You don't
Yeah.
know this because you don't watch a cartoon.
And somehow they're both gay and a couple.
Yes.
Really?
Jesse and James are boy and girl, but they are infiltrating something where everyone's wearing a bathing suit. And Jesse, the girl, puts on a bathing suit, but James also just puts on like a bikini top,
And
and
he
he
has
just gets huge boobs.
Really?
He just
It's like
like
I'll,
cleavage. and everything.
I'll watch. I'll watch it.
Oh, so what episode is that?
Yeah,
Episode
I'll do it.
45?
I gotta
I'll check it
go.
out.
I think but that was like the magic Pokemon growing up is that you'd watch the
Yeah.
Eevee episode
Yeah.
and you'd see Eevee for the first time
Yeah.
and they'd be like, my brothers are trying to get me to evolve my Eevee. And they's like, gotta get a Flareon. They
Whoa.
all sound like
and
that.
then
It's
you
so
and then
goofy.
you play this old little 8-bit game and you become so attached to like, I just came across an Eevee, like the show. Anyway,
Yeah.
Lisa, what else should Gus get for his VHS/DVD collection to put on parties? Do you
There's
have
a
the
lot
Matrix?
of anime out
Yeah.
there.
Do you have the
None
Just
of
kidding,
it.
no.
Won't do any of it.
Do you have the Matrix on DVD?
I do have the Matrix on DVD.
Do you have Lord of the Rings on DVD?
Yes, and I actually have the DVD, the box sets, the extended edition ones.
Dude, good.
So the green like
Yeah, yep,
auburn and
The
blue
classic.
ones. I got all
obvious-
those,
Oh,
and
God.
the Lord of the Rings has the single best behind the scenes features
Thank
ever. The
you.
appendices
Thank
are
you.
insane.
Thank
it's
you. Okay.
Hours of directed
You need
content.
the classics, Jurassic Park and
Got 'em.
Terminator too.
Got 'em
Yes.
too.
But
Obviously.
also, like Lisa is saying, Jurassic Park and Terminator would also be great VHSs too if you can
Have
find
all
them.
those.
Oh my God.
So what my dad does is he buys the DVDs to replace his VHSs and he puts the VHSs in a storage box
oh.
in his garage. So they're giant movie shelf because VHSs are so thick.
Yeah.
He's like,
Mhm.
once I find the DVD, I'll just put the VHSs in the garage.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
once your dad discovers binders, Game changer, dude. He's gonna be able to put the DVD cases away
Into
and
the
just fit the discs into the binders.
I won't do that. I did that with all my CDs, and I wish
Yeah.
I didn't.
I know.
I kept all my CDs from like, when I was a kid until now.
Mhm.
That's the beauty of being a millennial. Is
Yeah,
that like
dude.
I was just like, I just kept all this shit, and they're like, that shit's worth money. I'm like, it shouldn't be.
Mhm.
Dude, I feel ya.
I think there's gum on the back of my Misty card actually.
Yeah,
Any other? If I'm in the wild and I see Jackass DVD or VHS stuff, I'll ping you.
I'm filled up on Jackass.
You're done. You're
that
all the way
took a
caught
while.
up.
Yeah, and somebody like seriously.
He is the jackass.
I'm
Do
the
you hang on? I got
Jackass.
one that you don't have.
Yes.
Do you have Jackass 3D in 3D, the 3D Blu-ray? The
No,
3D
I
disc?
don't.
You got to
so
get
that's
that.
I do
Hector's
need
thing,
that.
is
And I
he's
do
a 3D
still-
guy.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they never. And I do need Jackass 4 on DVD, but
Okay.
that's in the Walmart bin now. I'll just
Yeah,
go
yeah.
get
It's
that.
like more recent.
And they didn't ever put 4 or 5 on DVD though, which sucks.
Oh.
But the weird like physical media like film grails and stuff I'm looking for right now, like
Yeah.
for DVD specifically. Because I could go on eBay, but it's
Sure.
more fun to find them, and some of the shit's
Yes.
getting really expensive. But I really like Canadian television, and I want the Red Green Show on, which is like a variety show in
Yeah.
Canada, and I want Trailer Park Boys DVDs, but those
Okay.
are very hard to get. Those are
Okay.
like $30 a season usually.
Yeah.
But on VHS, dude, like ones that actual real people know, Canada's not real. Is I'm looking for The Shining on VHS is really hard to find,
Ooh, Good
and
one.
Alien.
Wait, is there a
Ooh.
market for rare VHS finds?
Absolutely.
There's
Is there?
some of
There's
them
stores
are
in
nuts
LA
on
that
them.
like that's all they do
That's
is they
so-
sell
But
VHS,
that's gross
dude.
to me.
Why?
Because back in Seattle, it was like we just went to like the thrift store, and you're like, oh, there's like all the Disney VHSs
Yeah.
I got
Thrift
because
stores.
they were selling them for like $10 for every single one of them.
It
And
does.
now-
I get it. It does feel like Seattle does feel like a cool, hip, kind of like a retro city. Like you can go and find.
it's
music
LA is just like, why don't we over monetize
Maybe.
and overcharge everything?
But I also think that these little pop-up stores that have been popping up, they're like taking care of stuff. They're they're sort of collectory as well. So
There's a really good place that people should shout out. The owner Matthew is really nice.
Yeah.
In Burbank, it's on Magnolia, right by Porto's.
I know it.
It's Be Kind Video.
Awesome.
It's so nice. The
Awesome
owner
store.
is the best, and you can, and he'll not only sell some of this stuff, but most of the store is rental. So you can like
Yes.
old timey. He'll take your name on a piece of paper and be like, "Come back on Tuesday, you bastard." You know,
Dude, I have my Blockbuster card in my wallet.
I don't think he'll honor that.
I know. But like, that's how much I love that shit. And
Yeah.
I constantly drive around LA and I'm like, should I try to open up a physical media store or rental store again? No.
I
That's
so
crazy.
fun.
actually remember when the time changed for all the video
Don't.
rentals.
It's too sad.
It was
Yeah.
in 2008
Too sad.
because I
Stop.
had rented Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Classic 08 movie.
That's where I was. And I remember I had it in my house for like over a year and was like, oh shit,
and
I
Blockbuster didn't care.
I forgot to return it. And then I went to return it and the store was shut down. And now I just own Grandma's
Oh,
Boy.
You got him.
My
sad.
late fees are probably in the thousands now.
I like
but
it.
that was the time
They
where
would
I
have
showed
charged
up.
you. They may have, if they had your card on file, they would have just charged you like 2
Yeah.
months after.
I think it was
Yeah.
back when I had Washington Mutual Bank, which is now Chase. So the bank
Mm.
doesn't even exist anymore. that I
Damn.
had.
Just outlive all capitalism, baby.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the key.
And then I remember
Damn.
when they had the Hollywood video with the game Crazy.
Oh yeah. Do you
What's
remember
that?
this, Gus?
No.
It was like a
Because he's a
video
baby.
game.
He's an infant
yeah.
child.
It was like, I think it was Hollywood Video's attempt at outdoing Blockbuster Video,
Yeah.
right? So Hollywood Video was like, well, we cater to the gamers. You come into our store, we sectioned off a whole section with a metal gate, and you walk in there and there's cool like neon shit. This is Game Crazy.
Oh wow.
And it was renting and selling like video games. We're for the gamers. And it's like, this is pathetic, but it was cool. Yeah.
I rented Rayman 64 from them.
sick.
And
Yeah.
we're-
And never returned it?
Well, no, because you had to return it within a week, and I forgot when you play Rayman. It was one of those expansion pack games.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I played it and I turned it off, and I remember it erased everything. But I didn't want to buy an expansion pack, so every day I would try to play for a little longer. So
Oh,
first day I'd play for an hour,
my
second day
God.
I'd play for 4 hours, and one time I just kept it on all night.
Oh no.
And I woke up the next day and it was frozen. I was like, "Fuck this
Damn it,
game!" And I
dude.
returned it early. I was like, "I'm never gonna get past this."
That's funny.
Yeah,
That is funny.
I love that this podcast episode is just here's you and two boomers.
Yeah.
Back in my day,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
We used to have a poll start.
But I think that's cool because most people who now are trying to play older games, they just emulate them.
Yeah.
And there's no magic in that.
It's
Yeah,
fun to
dude.
play it on the hardware, and there's something so special. I like single purpose technology is really like alluring, where it's like you got to do this thing on this thing.
uh-huh.
So, and then because I was just like, for years, I honestly, I could just absolutely kneecap by choice paralysis. I can't do it. And like the 2020s, most of it was me just never watching any movies or playing any games because I was like, when you can play everything, you won't play anything. So that's where I was like, I'm gonna get a GameCube again and a PS2 and a Game Boy. And now it's like I watch more movies than ever. I play more games than ever because it's like
because you're watching DVDs.
Yeah, and I put the ones away that I'm not using. So it's like, well, tonight I'm watching Ice Age or Goodfellas. What are we doing? Goodfellas. Let's do it.
I thought you were gonna say
I
Ice Age.
streamed on my Wii U.
I watched that probably 10 times in the
prefer,
last year.
I think I prefer the first Ice Age to Goodfellas.
Oh, dude, I've watched Ice Age a dozen times this year without
that movie makes me
exaggeration.
cry, dude.
It's a good one.
It's a great one.
I think
You
that's
haven't
on
seen
par
Surf's
with
Up.
Shrek.
You haven't seen Surf's Up?
No, I thought you hadn't.
I love Surf's
You've
Up.
seen
You've
Surf's
seen
Up.
Surf's Up.
It's fine.
Shut up.
Gus.
Anyways,
They surf. They're penguins.
but they're so.
What is Manny and Sid up to? Come on, man.
There's a meltdown. There's a continental drift. They're
This
on a
is true.
collision course. It's crazy. Okay.
I remember in 4th grade, we had this really sweet teacher named Mrs. Carrier that was like way older
Mrs.
at the
Caring?
time. Mrs.
I
Carrier.
was gonna say that's a
Carrier.
very sweet teacher.
Yeah, it's like you're trying too hard. Pick it,
Yeah, like
Peterson.
Like in Matilda, the nice teacher was named Miss Honey, and you're like,
Yeah,
all
like,
right,
all
dude.
right,
Okay,
dude.
sure she is.
Chill, they're kids. All right. But Miss Carrier is really sweet, and she had one of those like good behavior point systems, and she was just like, if you get this many points, then if you, with your parents' permission, one of these Saturdays, I will just take whoever is the good kid to the movies. So we did that, and it was just me and this and one other kid were the only people.
So weird.
Yeah, so it was just me.
Okay, producer Mark is going, oh,
I know,
Miss
dude.
Carrier.
But
But you
Looking
know
back,
what?
is it okay?
It was
Is
Yeah.
it
way
all right?
different back then.
Yeah,
you
it was
know?
different. She was sweet, and she was probably in her 60s too. So like bad upper body strength should
Yeah.
things go south.
Okay.
So it's just me and this kid Jacob that were good enough, and she's like, okay, we'll take you to the movies. And so she took us to go see Ice Age 2 The Meltdown in
That's so
theaters.
funny. That's so funny.
And it was so weird just being there. It's like, well, it's me and Jacob
From
and
class.
this 60-year-old teacher of ours. But
I
it
thought
was,
you were gonna say that like she's gonna wheel in the TV at the end,
No,
of, like on
she-
a Friday. Like no, it
she
was
like shows up to your domicile. I was like, I'm here for your child. We're seeing Ice Age 2, The Meltdown. And like, so she picks us up, and I just remember we're like sitting there, and early on in the movie, there's a joke that kills with 10-year-olds.
yeah.
And it's like the characters, I think it's like Manny thinks he's hearing another mammoth, and it just hears like, and he like runs through the underbrush, and there's this like big giant ground sloth that's just like having liquid diarrhea.
Yeah.
And he just goes,
I think he's in a pit or
yeah,
like a
he's
mud
like
pit or
shitting
something.
over a log, and he goes,
No,
sorry, my stomach hates me. and for 4th graders and stuff, I just remember me and my 60-year-old teacher and Jacob just like crying, laughing,
That's
watching
so,
this
dude,
diarrhea
that's so
scene.
sweet.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say in the story that like you and your fellow student were cracking up, but Miss Carrier was like, "That's not funny." I thought she was gonna be mad. The fact that
Get
she's
outta
laughing
here.
at the stomach joke,
yeah.
that's great.
She was cool. I had a really good idea for a YouTube video that if I had more time, money, and resources, that I would be really funny to do.
Which is for every idea usually.
Yeah, a bit of a bottleneck, I
Yeah.
find.
Yeah.
But it was like, so Mrs. Carrier was really sweet, and we got her the year that she retired. We were her last class.
Aw.
And she said at the end of the year, she goes, with your parents' permission, she goes, if you want, my husband and I, our kids are all grown. We have a pool. So if you guys want to come over to our
Stop.
pool, you get your parents' permission, but you're welcome to come swim in our pool. And
Producer Mark saying not better, not,
Not
better.
Not better.
no. But she said, like,
Did she
don't
say
tell
parents?
the parents.
No.
No.
And we'll provide the suits for
Yeah.
She
you.
says
What aren't you getting about this?
she has to see how the suits look on you.
Yeah.
And then you can hop in
And
the
she
pool.
puts them on you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What the hell, man? She made special Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I know.
For
But
everybody.
but nobody ever took her up on it, and I thought it would
Aw.
be really funny. Well, and
She
sweet.
guys showed up now.
Showed up now, like
Stop.
20 years later, like talk
Do
to
it.
her husband and organize to, and then just have all of us looking like this, be
Wait.
like, Miss Carrier, we're here to swim in your pool.
She's probably dead now.
Yeah, what if she has dementia now? And she's like, ah! She
But
has
you
no
did a
clue.
video like that where you're like the person from high school when you wrote in their yearbook.
Oh yeah, I just
Yeah.
did that. Where it was like,
Hey,
I,
keep in touch.
yeah, I was
Something,
greasy. I showed up and I'm like, hey, so
Hey.
what are we doing? And
So-
who
so
the
we're-
fuck are
we're
you?
hanging out
Like,
in 10 years.
yeah, you said we're hanging out during the summer. Well, like that summer. You didn't. And I have the yearbook. I'm like, you didn't specify that summer.
That's great, dude.
Not to bring up Pokemon again, but one of my favorite memories from the movies was when I went to go see Pokemon the first movie and I cried.
Yes, many children did.
Not to spoil it for you, but Ash gets...
Tell me the whole plot. I don't
Ash gets turned to stone and Pikachu tries to wake him up and Pikachu starts crying and then all the Pokemon start crying and there was just a sea of kids just crying in the theater audibly.
What?
It's awesome.
Yeah, Ash freaking died.
And he's resurrected through the power of Pokemon's tears.
Yeah.
And all the parents in 1998, like the parents that brought us, were all like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
and all the
hell?
kids were losing it, dude. Because we had seen 2 seasons of Pokemon at 6 a.m. We go to see the movie. They hand us a free Pokemon card.
Yeah.
This is the first time we're seeing a Pokemon from Gold and Silver. They like debuted it in the opening credits. It was the rhinoceros one from Gold and Silver. Again, we'd only been used to Generation 1 Pokemon 1 through 151.
Yeah.
And this movie shows the origin of Mewtwo. And he goes Akira on the rest of the Pokemon world. Like, he wants to kill everybody, but Pikachu and Ash and their friendship,
the meme is where Mewtwo wakes up and goes, "Why are my hands balls?" Have you seen that?
He doesn't say that in the movie, but
in the meme, he's
like Frankenstein's monster. Like,
Mewtwo is Mew's clone. And he's like pissed
you
about
gotta
it.
watch this show on your stream, dude.
Yeah,
you
what
have
the
to
fuck,
like,
man?
like
It's so
now that
the cards are nice and quiet and tactile.
Now that you've played and you beat the Elite Four, and now you're in like the Orange Islands or whatever, you should pop in like 2 episodes of Pokemon every time you hop on to stream.
Yeah.
And watch those with your community and then play some other game afterwards. But like, what the fuck? You have to see that show. The 1998 context. That's insane. And then we get to the movie, you'll see Ash die. Damn. And it's wild. And it will do nothing for you emotionally.
And the name of the movie was so dumb. Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back, which is like, wait.
At odds on that title there.
And then the second movie wasn't called Pokemon. The second movie was called Pokemon 2000.
Oh, good.
Because it came out in the year 2000.
And then Pokemon, the third movie was just...
No, I don't even think it was. Was it called
the third movie is called Pokemon 4. Which is fun. I actually have, a few years ago when I was opening cards on stream, I just purchased some like $50 eBay mystery boxes of Pokemon, just garbage stuff, but it was really fun for stream.
Yeah.
And I have like 8 different copies of like strips of film from those movies.
What?
Like, so it's in like a
it's
hard
in one
case.
Of those decks.
Yeah. So there'll be like 5 frames of the film.
And
so
you're like,
I
don't give
have
a fuck about this.
Yeah.
Like, what is this part?
I was like, I've seen enough of the movie.
Are booster packs in general hard to find?
Really impossible.
So I have booster packs that have never been opened.
From when?
From like 5 or 6 years ago.
I gotta come. Can I come to your home?
In fact,
like, I honestly,
you remember how many times I said
no.
I have Pokemon cards for you, and you said no? Those are the Pokemon cards.
Yeah. No, you should not be giving. You need to sell those. You can't give those to anybody. Like,
okay, good. They're mine now.
Are they the little silver and black ones? Celebrations?
I
think it was.
Those are them. Yeah.
You guys should do like an Antiques Roadshow style, like some sort of internet videos, little, Instagram reels where you basically take her to a place.
Both of us are very mad that you haven't seen Pokemon
and
yet.
get it appraised. It's fine. I'm not mad, Gus.
I'm disappointed.
I'm happy for your journey.
Yeah.
I love you. Honestly, I didn't know the stuff about you about like your love of the original sort of physical stuff. I'm so into that, dude. And I'm so stoked that you and your friends and your brother are like experiencing this shit and playing it and chipping it away little by little and cracking open a Celsius every morning and chipping away at a little Pokemon Fire
and cracking
Red.
open a booster.
You're doing good, brother. You're doing fine. We're just saying there's a whole other weird fun side of Pokemon that you haven't experienced yet.
Yeah.
But I also think it's an age thing.
It is.
Because I remember the first Pokemon episode ever when I was in 4th grade. And I remember I walked in my living room, it was 4 p.m. I said, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't know. We started watching it. By the end of the episode, full-blown tears. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever made.
Imagine, if you will, it would be like watching Ice Age the Meltdown with your 4th grade teacher.
It's
it's amazing.
I know that.
Yeah, I
For
did
me,
that.
it's like the first time I bought a parental advisory album.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't edited.
Feels
Because
different.
I
Feels
was
cool.
I was into like punk when I was like 4th grade. But I have like the Blink-182 edited albums where it's just like every other word is just blank. And then one song, Happy Holidays, You Bastard, is just all instrumental. Because they swear so much in it. And you couldn't buy Mark, Tom, and Travis show without the parental advisory because it was a live concert. And it just sounds really weird to bleep when there's like a whole audience, all sorts of shit, right?
He was 5 years old when Blink-182 was active, by the way.
I know. No, not even.
Yeah.
Because I was 9 years old when I got Enema of the State.
Okay.
Really?
So you were a baby.
Yeah.
Like you were a little 6 foot tall toddler.
Looked exactly the
with
same.
a
I looked
mustache
just
and
like this.
everything.
Yeah.
So what are we doing today? What are we putting in our mouths today?
Yeah. And so
Gerber.
that was like, that opened up a whole world for me. Like Pokemon opened up a whole world of like, I was into video games, but that was like anime, cartoons, and then like collecting shit. That was the first time I started collecting shit was Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I've kept everything since. Everyone's like, that shit's worth money. I'm like, I know.
I feel like Gus has made Lisa and I realize like I love Pokemon way more than I thought I did. I'm so passionate about it.
No,
What
I
the
knew
fuck?
how much I loved
Yeah.
it.
That's crazy.
But it's okay
fun.
to not love things over time because now
Sure.
it's become something completely different.
Sure.
But even though the people have ruined the whole Pokemon collecting thing,
Yeah.
I hope it gets them back into the older games.
Sure. I mean, it sounds like you enjoy whatever you've done.
Yeah, I do really like it. Yeah, I
Cool.
mean, it was 5 years of opening cards and then trying to play the games. So it was really weird. It's like you spent a long time studying flashcards for something that you didn't even know was a concept. And so honestly, every time I was playing it on stream, I was playing Leaf Green. I was like, oh, that's what a berry is and
Yeah.
shit like that. You know? Like, oh,
Did you
cool.
ever play the
potion.
actual trading card game?
No, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I actually did for a few years. Because when you would first buy them, you'd go to Wizard of the Coast and they would have like the whole setup. And I got really good at it, but then too many cards came out. And it's like Magic now where it's just like, well, before there was only 150 cards.
Yeah, man.
So I had a good strategy. And now there's more and there's more and more. And then they have different variations of Pokemon. And I was like, I'm just going to collect them.
Yeah.
And now I have a whole binder full of them. I'm going to legitimately bring them over.
I really want to see those.
Yeah. But
I think even based on what you're describing, I think you conservatively have $500 to $1,000 worth of shit, even sealed stuff. So like,
yeah,
fun
it's
to
all in good condition because I've had OCD since I was a baby.
that's good.
Yeah.
That helps.
You know what I think might do the trick for Surf's Up? If you get the Surf's Up, if you get the DVD,
Yeah.
there's a special feature on there that will make you appreciate the movie in a whole new way.
Shia LaBeouf just starts.
No. Way better than that. The camera work in that movie is revolutionary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first animated movie. This is my favorite thing about the movie, and this is why I love it.
It's one of my favorite
They
movies
did
of
it
all
in
time.
the style of The Office,
Yeah.
but it's the first animated movie where they actually animated a scene. Okay, the character's walking, doing about something. They set up the whole scene, and then they put motion capture little dots on a camera that a guy held on his shoulder.
Oh.
And then in what he saw in the camera was the virtual scene. So the camera work in that movie is literally a cameraman following the characters like it's a mockumentary style, like it's a documentary. And I think it's so revolutionary.
Yeah.
And it kind of changed the way some animated stuff was like camera work in an animated thing.
I love
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's really wild.
Surfs
Dude,
Up.
I love that for
And
that
Chicken
reason
Joe.
alone.
Who doesn't like
Chicken
a Chicken
Joe.
Joe?
He's fine.
They went nutso mode on fucking penguins in the mid 2000s. They're like,
They did,
they're like,
dude.
dude, bitch, have some Surfs Up, Happy Feet, Mr. Popper's Penguins, Jim Carrey, March of the Penguins,
I think
Morgan
it all
Freeman.
started because of March of the Penguins.
Yeah,
did,
Like
probably.
everyone
It
was like, "Oh,
Morgan did it.
penguins are dying and suffering. We got to make them look cool. So
Yeah.
we're gonna make them
And-
dance."
And,
and
and
surf."
Morgan
Feet,
came in and he's
dude.
like, no, seriously, they're really cool.
Yeah.
Okay. They
It's,
surf.
it's almost like they're dancing. And then
Yeah.
an animation person went, well, let's do that.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I think
almost
that
like
was-
they're
That was
surfing.
also during the time when, because the big issue now is that, and like we're almost done, but the big issue now with animated movies is that so many of them have too much of the same style.
Sure. Yeah, I
Versus
can see that.
back then, that was right when the Pixar DreamWorks like boom happened.
Yeah.
Everything was just kind of different.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
yes, again, 1995, Toy Story 1, you were a sperm. I think you were like in a ball
I
sack.
still saw it, though.
Yeah.
it was everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They screened it in your dad's nutsack. It's crazy. You saw it. He said, whoa, this is CG. This is
And you had a
amazing.
mustache, a little
I was
sperm.
bumping the edge.
I like Buzz.
Come on, bud.
1995.
That's
Yeah.
such a
Wait,
great
what year were you born?
95.
boom.
Fuck.
See?
Anyways.
He said he was 30.
Yeah.
I just did
know.
simple arithmetic.
That's
Nice.
crazy to me
You
that
got me
people
there.
who were born in 2000 can drink and like rent a car.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah. You don't look 30, by the way. You look like you're 25.
That
No,
is
you
really
look like
sweet
you're
of you.
42.
And
Mhm.
really, I'm not being self-deprecating. That is a fucking lie. Look how sunburned I showed up
No,
today.
you look great. Your chest terrible.
You could be anywhere between 27 and 45.
That's
and I
big.
think that's great.
That's good for acting roles.
That is good.
That is
Yeah.
good. You're
Yeah.
typecasted, but that is
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll be
anyway,
Shane Gillis's stand-in. for
Yeah.
don't do that. Hey, it's me.
Anyways, any final notes?
Yes, if you do get a copy of Jackass 3D
Yeah.
and you don't know what to do with it, come over to my house. I have a 3D TV.
Oh,
also,
really?
you would love
Yes.
his house.
Oh,
and
cool.
yes,
His house is cool as
huge
shit.
nerd stuff. We'll geek out about stuff, but then you could actually watch Jackass in 3D the way God intended for you to see it.
Good.
And then you could kind of check that off your list. Like, cool. So if you get that for your collection, because I don't have Jackass 3D yet. I don't think I found
Now
it
he's
in
gonna
the
get
wild.
it because of you.
I might
Okay.
try to find, but I'm saying if you get it before I do, hit me up and you and whoever you want to bring, come over and watch it.
Me.
And I
Deal.
think that Jackass movie's gross, actually.
Good.
It's
And we
really
watched it in
gross. That's
3D.
my
We could-
favorite one though.
Is it? Jackass 3D? Yeah,
We
producer
could
Mark's
A
smell
lot
it.
of scrotum.
there's lots of scrotum and poop and shit, but
Oh,
I'm up for it for 3D.
So
That's
we'll
true.
have a
Do whatever.
3D night at Hector's, and then you'll go through my Pokemon. Well, honestly, I'm gonna call you next week and be like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I need money for UK. Let's go do this Pokemon
And-
shit."
Yep.
And I'm looking for, you said Goodfellas and no, what was the Holy Grail? DVD.
Oh, the Holy Grail, dude! Alien,
Alien, the first one, Ridley Scott. Okay,
and The Shining. But The
The
Shining
Shining.
is really
for
expensive on
VHS, for both of those.
Yeah.
Do you have Alien on DVD?
No, I want it too, but it's
Oh.
hard because there's different versions, and
There's
I don't
like a
want
four-
Aliens
You
at
don't-
all.
But what if it came in a 4-pack
Deal,
deal?
because I'd like to watch it, but I'm not an
Okay.
Aliens guy.
I get
you
you.
gave him homework.
You know what's
Honestly,
funny though?
dude-
I know we're going. Sorry, but Jeanette Bras is a store in Burbank, and it's run by the lady that had in Aliens that has the short hair with the bandana and stuff.
Oh, great.
Because I watched
She's great.
Netflix like movies in the making, whatever the
Yeah,
hell.
yeah, the
And
movies
she's
that
like,
made
I
us.
own Jeanette Bras. I was like, that's I can
right
see
there.
it from my house.
That's funny. I think she's a white actress and she was playing a Latina character. I think. Am I right?
True, I believe.
Or is it a different character that who's in Aliens with the short hair?
Yeah, short hair. I
Yeah.
do think that's
Vasquez?
the case. Yeah.
Not Latina at all.
No,
Yeah.
Hollywood was a different time then.
I'm not an Aliens guy.
Neither am I.
I don't like it because the first one's like, you know what, this is really serious and human. I think we're gonna tackle this. And the second one's like, shh, goodbye, though, I'm going in. Like,
Well,
all right,
Yes.
the first one was just so iconic.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
the best.
I feel like that's just the same with Jurassic Park.
I'm curious when the TV show comes out. I've already seen the first episode, sneaky peek. That Alien TV show, Alien Earth, feels more like the original 1979 movie. So
Good.
when that comes out, you guys should check it out. I'm curious to see what you would think because
Yeah.
I'm also an Alien guy,
Yeah.
but maybe I'm more of a Predator guy also. I
You look
Predator.
like
Well,
one.
I-
I do. Thanks.
What's podcast is I'm more of a Predator guy.
You an ugly motherfucker. Okay. Yeah. Producer Mark's like, good. That's what I wanted you to say.
There it
You
is.
got it. Okay, great.
Well, anyways, Gus, you're a fantastic guest.
Yeah, you're the
I could
best.
talk to you forever. And awesome. Gonna convince you to watch Pokemon
Okay.
with me after I sell
do
some
it
cards.
as a content, and then you'll do it.
I'll make one of
Anything
those.
you'd like to plug?
No, look at my Instagram. I don't know if I
That's
can-
him. That's Mr. Instagram. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.